If you're too busy to spend hours a day working out, here's how you can still get really effective, high quality workouts in at home without sacrificing precious time. And I'm going to get straight into it and just say what the thing is. And that thing is interval workouts. Now, what are interval workouts? Well, they're alternating periods of exercise and rest, often done using a timer. So we've talked about them before. It might be that you do 30 seconds of exercise followed by 30 seconds of rest, repeated 5, 10, 15 times, however long you want to do. Now, whenever I have clients sign up with me, unless they specifically ask not to, I almost always start them off with interval style workouts. And why do I do this? Well, most people who sign up with me are very time conscious about their workouts and they want them to be below 20 minutes for the most part. And one of the things I love most about interval training is that you know exactly how long a workout is going to take before you even start it. They have defined times for exercise and rest periods, meaning let's say you have half an hour before you have to leave the house, you could spend 10 minutes doing an interval workout, shower, get dressed, and you know you are still going to be leaving the house within 30 minutes. So if you want a workout that takes exactly 10 minutes, you could simply do intervals of, let's say, 30 seconds of exercise, followed by 30 seconds of rest, repeated 10 times. And you know for certain how long it will take. You can also easily manipulate the workouts to make them easier or harder without actually changing the duration. Let's say I programmed a 30-second on, 30-second off workout. You can easily increase the time from 30 seconds to 35 or 40 seconds of work, followed by 25 or 20 seconds of rest. So your total time per round is still 1 minute, but you're doing more work and you're resting less. So this increases the difficulty of the workout without actually increasing the length of the workout. So you can spend 12, 16, 20 weeks, however long you want to spend, doing the same duration of workout and just increasing the work time, decreasing the rest time, and keep progressing without having to spend any more time exercising. Now, obviously, this gets to a point where you're eventually doing like 45 seconds on and 15 seconds off, and it's not very sustainable. You need to give your body at least some rest time if you want to get through a whole workout, at which point you can either decide, do you want to just maintain what you've got, or if you want to keep progressing, you might have to increase the duration of your workouts to 15, 20 minutes. And there isn't any right answer. You don't have to be constantly trying to progress. There's no one right way to do fitness. If it benefits your life, you're doing it correctly. There is no one correct way to do it. Now, before I get into the drawbacks of interval training, if you want more actionable insights to train, program, and make efficient progress from home, sign up to my 30 Ways in 30 Days in the link below, and I'll send you one email every day for 30 days, giving you a strategy that you can use to make your home workouts more effective and more efficient. Now, there are some downsides to interval training. The first being that it is quite hard to actually objectively track progress, because often you don't track the amount of reps you do, only the amount of time you spend doing reps. This isn't always the case, but a lot of people don't count reps, and I'm one of them. If I'm doing an interval workout, I will go purely off time. So I might do 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. During those 20 seconds, the only thing on my mind is trying to take deep breaths and recover. I don't want to be having to write down the amount of reps I did. You could alter this slightly into an EMOM workout where you do, let's say, 5 reps of an exercise at the start of each minute, and then you can slowly increase the reps that way, but you are still kind of relying on time because you only have a total of 1 minute to do your set and to rest it. So after about 2, 3, 4 months of doing interval training, if you're a beginner, you'll probably have to make a decision. What is more important to you? A, keeping your workouts at a known length and prioritizing consistency, and accept that muscle growth may be ever so slightly slower purely due to the fact that it's harder to track objective progress and implement progressive overload, and the fact that your heart rate is going to be and stay more elevated. You're going to have less rest time, which means that actually it's not an optimal training style for muscle growth. Can you gain muscle strength and size through doing it? Absolutely. Is it the optimal way to do it? No, it's not. So continuing with interval style workouts after 3, 4 to 6 months is probably the option that you'll choose if your main priorities are overall health, cardiovascular fitness, mental benefits, energy, calorie expenditure, with a decent amount of muscle strength and growth, all whilst being very, very time conscious. The second option is to move away from interval style workouts, at least for a couple of your workouts, to more structured reps and sets workouts. So for example, instead of doing 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest, you might just say, I want to do 4 sets of 12 reps of this exercise and give myself more time to rest in between sets because my goal now is to build muscle. But again, there is no right answer. If you want to gain muscle and strength, that's fine. If you want to prioritize other things, that's also fine. There is no one way of doing things. It completely is up to you and what your goals are. So generally, this option is more suited to people who are willing to spend slightly longer on workouts in order to prioritize muscle and strength gains above and beyond what you might get doing interval style workouts. Again, I have to stress, you can still gain muscle strength and size doing interval training, but the more optimal, more efficient way of doing it is to do structured sets and reps. And personally, I actually do a mix of both styles of training. For most of my sort of muscle cardio sessions, I'll do intervals, but I'll still do reps and sets of, let's say, pull-ups or dips. For example, I know that on the weekdays, I have far less time, so I'll do shorter interval style workouts on the weekdays, but maybe on the weekend I can spend up to 30 minutes per workout, so I might do a 30-minute upper body workout. It depends on your goals, depends on who you are, what suits you best. And remember, you can always change things up every 12 to 16 weeks. You're not stuck into one style and one way of training. You can always change things up. So in my opinion, interval workouts are the most efficient style of workout if you're short on time but still want to exercise regularly and enjoy all the benefits that the kind of lifestyle where you exercise frequently will bring to you. If you need some help or accountability with your own workouts, there's a link below to work with me. You can have a look at my website, see if it's for you. Send me a message if you're unsure. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.